In the winter of 2007, in one of the most remote regions of Northern Europe, a small research station lost all contact with the outside world. The station was built in a place where silence felt heavy even during the day. Snow covered the ground for months, and darkness could last for weeks at a time. In a location like this, temporary communication failures were not unusual. But this time, the silence lasted longer than it ever had before. 5 researchers were stationed there, all experienced, all trained for extreme isolation and harsh environmental conditions. None of them were new to missions like this. Before the deployment, one of the researchers had made a simple promise to a family member back home. Nothing dramatic, nothing formal, just a short call every night to say, "I'm fine." According to the family, those calls did happen at first. They were brief, ordinary, almost forgettable. But a few days before the station went silent, something began to change. The calls became shorter. Pauses grew longer. The voice on the other end didn't sound the same. During one conversation, when asked whether everything was going according to plan, the researcher hesitated, then said quietly, "There are things here we were never supposed to see." The subject was immediately changed. No explanation was offered. No questions were answered. The final call came late at night. There was no video, only audio. The voice sounded tired, distracted, as if attention was focused on something else in the room. Just before the call ended, one sentence was added. "If I don't call tomorrow, don't worry, I'm probably just busy." That was the last confirmed communication from the station. After that, nothing. No calls, no data transmissions, no automated system signals. When the station failed to report in on schedule, concern quickly turned into alarm. 3 days later, a support team was dispatched to investigate the loss of contact. Reaching the site was difficult. Weather conditions slowed their progress, and visibility was poor. When they finally arrived, the first thing they noticed was how unnaturally quiet everything felt. The main doors were unlocked. There were no signs of forced entry. The generators were shut down. Interior lights were off. Inside the station, everything appeared strangely normal. Personal belongings were still in place. Heavy jackets hung near the entrance. Half-filled cups sat on desks. Notebooks were left open. Computers had not been properly shut down. It looked as if everyone had stepped away for just a moment. But they never came back. There were no signs of a struggle. No evidence of panic. No damage to the structure. And outside, the snow showed no footprints. The researchers were gone, all 5 of them. Search teams expanded the perimeter. They checked nearby routes, emergency paths, and distant terrain. Nothing was found, no abandoned equipment, no trails, no indication of where they might have gone. It was as if they hadn't fled, hadn't been taken. They were simply no longer there. When the families were informed, one detail began to haunt them. The final phone calls, the strange pauses, the unfinished sentences, the warnings that didn't sound like warnings at the time. During the initial inspection of the station, investigators noticed something else. A narrow staircase hidden in one corner of the building. According to official blueprints, it should not have existed. Below it was a space that appeared nowhere in the station's documentation. At that moment, the investigation entered a new phase, one that would change everything. In the next episode, we take a closer look at what was hidden beneath the station, and why some warnings are only understood when it's already too late.